The Great Salt Lake is withering away. So the question on many of Utahns' minds is, what can we do to save it?
I think we all have power to contribute to these solutions. And I think that if you're watching this and if you're wondering how you can get involved, there's a lot of different ways. All of us can reduce our water consumption, and that's a good thing, and that has a role to play. But we need to think about the systems that we're embedded in, particularly the economic and the political systems that we live in.
This sports turf specialist says the best way Utahns can cut water usage is by improving how you take care of your grass.
We are in a drought here in northern Utah. If you can feed it, just enough, it's going to survive. It's going to be fine. It might not be the greenest right now, but that's something we got to live with.
A lot of yards in Utah right now look like this, covered in snow. But come springtime, the amount of water you use in your grass is going to be really important. But Webb says most people tend to overwater their grass. You can use fertilizer like this to help keep your grass healthy. It puts nutrients in the ground that are necessary for your grass to grow, meaning you can cut back on the amount of water you use.
USU's landscape manager agrees that Utahns aren't doing their due diligence.
I'd say there's probably 5 to 10% of regular homeowners actually do the proper steps and conserve water how they should. And so for most people, it's easier just to go in and just water and keep it green and not do the other things that help keep it green and help conserve water.
If homeowners aren't changing their watering routines, what other ways can Utahns conserve water?
The Shoshone Nation's restoration project is primarily focused on this, the Russian olive tree, an invasive species here in Utah. Now, each one of these trees can soak up about 75 gallons of water a day. With help from the Utah Conservation Corps, they plan on removing all of these trees from the Bear River area, which will help send more water downstream.
The connection between the restoration work that happens upstream has impacts at the Great Salt Lake downstream. And that sort of indigenous leadership and really thinking about how we care for this land for many generations, I think is something that we can all learn from. And I think the Northwestern Band of the Shoshone Nation has shown a lot of leadership and vision in their restoration project. And that's something happening across Utah.
This map of Utah shows the current snowpack across the state. Blue is above average, green is in the normal range, and white is unavailable information. For now, there's a good amount of snowpack, but Richard says the weather can change at any time.
With Mother Nature, it's like an earthquake or a tornado or anything else, is it takes one big storm to completely change the entire outlook for the next year. It takes consistent evaluation and monitoring and just kind of doing the best through the whole year.
Munger says that our water issues need to be addressed more often, starting at home.
We have to keep the pressure on. And so the most important thing people can do is talk to your mom, talk to your grandma, talk to your grandpa, talk to your uncle, talk at your ward, talk at your school, and just keep bringing it up. What are we going to do to steward the Great Salt Lake so that our future generations, our kids and grandkids and their grandkids, can benefit from the same lake that has created such an amazing place that we're able to live in?